Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a truly fascinating automotive story. You see, in 1973, Ford decided to pull the plug on the Maverick in America. It had a good run, but its time seemed to be over. But guess what? Down in Brazil, the story was just beginning. They kept building the Maverick for 6 more glorious years, all the way until 1979, and here's the kicker: it looked absolutely nothing like its American cousin. This, my friends, is the incredible tale of the Brazilian Maverick, a car that simply refused to die and carved out its own unique legend. Get ready for some automotive history you probably never knew existed. First, let's set the stage with the American Maverick. This car was a compact sensation, rolling off assembly lines from 1970 to 1977. Right here in the US, Ford introduced it as a direct competitor to the growing wave of popular compact imports from Europe and Japan. It was straightforward, relatively inexpensive, and offered a reliable ride. You mostly saw it as a snappy 2-door coupe, though a 4-door sedan was also available. Under the hood, you could find a range of engines, from economical inline-sixes perfect for daily commutes to more powerful V8 options that gave it a surprising punch. In fact, many enthusiasts fondly remember it as a sort of economy muscle car, a humble machine that could still deliver a bit of fun without breaking the bank. We're showing you some classic shots of the American Maverick now, giving you a real feel for what we knew it as. It was a beloved car for many and the familiar sight on American roads during its time. Now, let's shift gears and head south to Brazil, where the Maverick story took a wild, exciting turn. Production of the Brazilian Maverick kicked off in 1973, and as I mentioned, it continued until 1979. So, why did Brazil get its own version, and why was it so different? Well, at the time, Brazil was under a military government that strongly encouraged local industrial production. This meant that for a car like the Maverick to be sold there, it needed to be largely manufactured within Brazil itself, creating jobs and boosting the local economy. This imperative for local production opened the door for Ford to adapt the Maverick specifically for the Brazilian market, and adapt they did. The differences between the American and Brazilian Mavericks are truly striking. While Americans primarily knew the Maverick as a 2-door coupe, the Brazilian version was overwhelmingly a 4-door sedan. This wasn't just a design choice. It reflected a focus on family utility and practicality, which was a huge selling point in Brazil. Beyond the number of doors, you'd immediately notice the distinct styling cues. The Brazilian Maverick sported a completely different front grille, giving it a much bolder and more unique face. Around the back, the tail lights were also redesigned, setting it apart from its American counterpart. Under the hood, the engine choices leaned towards smaller, more fuel-efficient options, again, a nod to local economic realities and fuel costs. But perhaps the most surprising difference was the interior. Brazilian Mavericks often featured more luxurious and upscale interiors. For many in Brazil, owning a car was a significant status symbol, and the Maverick was designed to cater to that desire for comfort and a touch of sophistication. Take a look at these comparison photos now. You can really see just how distinct these two cars truly were. So what fueled these dramatic differences? It wasn't just arbitrary design choices. It was a deep understanding and response to the unique demands of the Brazilian market. First off, Brazilian market needs were paramount. The country had specific tax incentives that heavily favored 4-door vehicles, making them more affordable and accessible for families. This naturally pushed manufacturers towards producing sedans. Secondly, fuel economy requirements were a significant factor. With different fuel pricing structures and an emphasis on efficiency, smaller, more economical engines made perfect sense. Then there was the crucial aspect of social status. In Brazil during this era, car ownership was a much bigger deal than in many other parts of the world. It was a clear sign of upward mobility and success. Therefore, the car needed to feel substantial, comfortable, and a bit luxurious, reflecting its owner's standing. Lastly, we can't forget about the road conditions. Brazilian roads, especially outside major cities, could be quite challenging. This meant that durability and robustness were key considerations in the Maverick's design and engineering. It had to be a tough vehicle, built to withstand varied terrains and long journeys. All these factors combined to create a Maverick that was not just a car, but a reflection of its environment. Now let's explore the various iterations and trims of the Brazilian Maverick. Because just like its American sibling, it came in several flavors to suit different tastes and needs. You had the Maverick Standard, which was the solid, reliable entry-level model, providing all the essential Maverick qualities without unnecessary frills. For those looking for a bit more luxury and comfort, there was the Maverick Super Luxo. As the name suggests, this was the top-tier trim, boasting those more upscale interior appointments and additional features that made it feel truly special and a cut above the rest. But for the performance enthusiasts, and those who craved a sportier drive, Ford Brazil also offered the Maverick GT. This was a rare and highly sought-after model, bringing a bit of that muscle car spirit to the Brazilian roads. It was a statement car, powerful and dynamic. Beyond these main trims, there were also several special editions released throughout its production run, adding even more variety and collectability. These different versions show how Ford was keenly attuned to the diverse desires of the Brazilian consumer base, offering a Maverick for practically everyone, from the practical family driver to the thrill-seeking enthusiast. Each one played a part in cementing the Maverick's place in Brazilian automotive history. So what's the legacy of this unique Brazilian machine? The Maverick enjoyed a healthy run in Brazil, with significant production numbers during its 6-year extended life. However, like all good things, its production eventually came to an end in 1979. Why did it stop? Primarily, it was a shift in market demands and Ford's evolving product strategy. Newer, more modern designs were on the horizon, and it was time for the Maverick to pass the torch. It was eventually replaced by other popular Ford models in Brazil, like the Ford Corcel II, and later the Del Rey, which offered more contemporary styling and features that appealed to the changing consumer base. Despite its departure from showrooms, the Brazilian Maverick didn't fade away. In fact, it's become a highly collectible classic today. Enthusiasts and collectors, both within Brazil and increasingly around the world, are rediscovering its unique charm and historical significance. Values for well-preserved examples can range anywhere from $15,000 to $30,000, and sometimes even more for rare GT models or impeccably restored cars. It's truly fascinating how Americans are now starting to discover these incredible Brazilian Mavericks, marveling at their differences and appreciating their distinct character. It's a testament to its enduring appeal and the passion of the car community. The story of the Brazilian Maverick is a fantastic reminder that sometimes the most interesting and unique versions of what we consider American cars never actually made it back to American shores. While the US market moved on to newer models, like the Mustang II, a very different beast altogether, Brazilians kept the Maverick dream alive, nurtured it, and transformed it into something truly special. They didn't just build it. They reinvented it, giving it a whole new identity tailored perfectly for their world. It's a powerful testament to how automotive design and manufacturing can adapt and thrive in different cultural and economic landscapes. It's truly a car with a rich, vibrant history that deserves to be celebrated. So I have to ask, have you ever seen a Brazilian Maverick in person? Or perhaps you even own one? Let us know your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. We love hearing from you. If you enjoyed this dive into automotive history, please give this video a big thumbs up, share it with your fellow car enthusiasts. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more unique stories and exciting content. Your support means the world to us, and we can't wait to bring you more amazing car tailies. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.